Hey, what up reefers, this is Lee. So I just wanted to show you the basics 101 of a water change on a saltwater aquarium. So the first things you're going to need obviously is salt. So I'm using Kent marine salt. Okay, this is at 200 gallons mix. Okay, and I believe it's around 26.3 kg. It is a great salt mix, and this will last me between 9 and 12 months depending on how many water changes I do. So the way I work this is every 2 weeks I do a 25 litre water change, and the way I do that is by first mixing the salt. I use a couple of these apparatus, so I'll just show you. Firstly, I use one of these sports mixer drinks. You can get them from anywhere really, Tesco, Holland & Barrett's, wherever, online, and I use one full of these to the top, and then a quarter, about here, if you can call it a quarter, and that gives me 1.025 into a 25 litre drum. So my drum is here. Usually the line is around here, so I may add a little bit of RO if it's not coming out or where it should be. So reverse osmosis, as I showed you in the previous video, and then I basically dump the salt in there by using a funnel, the salt mix, and sometimes I will add some extra KH and pH buffer, which is sulfate. You can buy that as well from any LF store. So, yep, that's the easy way. So I just dump it straight into there, shake it for a couple of minutes, and then add an air stone in there for a couple of hours, and that mixes up nicely. Once it's all dissolved and mixed, and you're happy with the 1.025, should be between 1.022, 1.026, and you'll need to measure that. Okay, so if you're mixing this yourself, you'll need to measure that. And the easiest way is using a refractometer, Salinity. Okay, this was cost me, I think it was around £30–40, can't remember. You can buy them online cheaper for £20, but to be honest with you, it's pointless. The reason being is once you add the drops on the slate and you look through the glass, you can't see the measurement target properly. So get yourself a decent one of these and it will last you. So there we go. So there's a refractometer. You check the salinity, and then once you're happy with that, then you're going to do a water change. So the main thing first is you're going to turn off all your main sockets that you're not using at the time. Turn them all off. They're all pretty much labelled up, and I've got a few in here that I need to pull. So you'll need to turn the skimmer off. You're going to need to turn the return pump off, which I'm about to do now. You can leave your lights on if you're not taking too much water out, and if you're worried about frying any corals that are too close to the surface, then turn your lights down by all means. Once you've turned the sump off, the return pump, you'll hear the water going down into the sump, which I'll show you. There you go, and that's full up now. That's filling nicely above the first bracket, as you can see. So what I've done for this is that's the second that's the second emergency turn off switch. Okay, that one there, and this one is the main one for the level, for the RO to drop in. I've disconnected the main RO, and I've got a second tube that I've connected, which I'll show you. And all I'm going to do is flip this out of the water upwards, and then it will start pumping water out. So what I mean by that is I've already cleaned the glass on the previous video, which was yesterday, and I have just flattened the sand bed back, and so I need detritus has gone back into the sump, into the filter sock. So what you want to do is grab your pump, okay, and this is actually connected around the back, which is normally connected to the RO. I've used the secondary tubing, yeah, and that's the clamp from inside the sump onto the barrel. So what you're going to do is put this up here, yeah, put your pump in, okay, push it down just a little bit, about so forth there, That's probably about enough. And then what you're going to do is turn on your switch, which is the green one there, you can see, the one with the plug. And you're going to pull this up. There you go, you can hear it. And there you go. Once this is full, okay, up to the same mark as you've done on the second barrel, okay, you're going to then switch, put the pump inside here and connect up to the top. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Easy water changes, no lifting, no buckets, no spillage. My advice would be keep an eye on this. Don't just, you can walk away for a couple of minutes or so. It may take 5 minutes, 10 minutes to fill up, but never just leave it unattended, because if you push this too far down, what will happen is it will just go all over your floor, and you don't want that. So the other thing that I'm going to do today on the tank while I'm doing the water change is place the carbon in the bag, which I have on hand here. I use Fluval. Comes in a nice box, comes with the bag. Okay. So all I do is I just dump this every 2 weeks in the bin, rinse the bag out with the shower, put the new carbon in, rinse it through some cold water, and then throw the bag back in. Very simple. The filter sock, as you can see, this has been running for a couple of days now, and it is filthy. So what I'll do is I'll take this out, flip it inside out, and then I'll throw that in the washing machine on a 30-degree wash with no detergent. Comes back out, nice and clean, and free of particulates. So if you like this video today, and you want to see more future videos on how things are meant to be done, or how I do this, then subscribe, like, dislike, comment. I could use your views and opinions. I am a hobbyist and I am a beginner, only in the salt hobby for 3 to 4 years. As I said, I'm using Kent Marine salt. I use a TDS meter, which I'll just show you. Always have these on hand. TDS, you just hold that into your clean RO and it will give you the reading. Mine's running out about 0.05 parts per million. It should be 0, but you have to change the filters out regularly and the resin. So that's a bit bad on my behalf. But check your normal tap water with one of these and you'll be very surprised. Mine's around 396 parts per million. So I've taken a lot of the crap out of the water column. Anything that's left in there obviously will be sucked up, hopefully, by the filter sock and the carbon in, kind of particulates. I don't have any major algae growth. I've got some bits growing on rocks. You can see like a bit of fur growing there. But apart from that, it's pretty much some good coralline algae. Most of the corals are doing okay. There's a few of the ones I'm disappointed with. This one here is Cataphilia. My fault, it was doing very well on the sandbed. I moved it, dropped it a few times, and this second part of the branch on the hammer, torch is died off. So hopefully everything will bounce back, and I will be adding some livestock, new corals, and maybe one more fish in September after the holidays. Be responsible for your pets, as they are living creatures. As I said, hope you like this video. Subscribe, like, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks.